here. Okay, we just shorted 8 quarter, 8 even area. We're short now and looking for move back to 5. Just a small 3 point gain if we can get it. And we got to be very careful that they're not going to try to do a continuation ramp up here. They should normally, in this case, you're going to get a pullback uh, back down to test that lower low area, which was around 550. So we got 5 pegged as the area where we're going to look for uh, pullback, another pullback lower again. Hopefully that's going to happen. Stay ready to jump out. They're trying to jam the market back up here. And we do have that 6 area, which was the big support we saw earlier this morning when we went over the charts. So who knows? They may try to play games here and ramp them back up. It should be good for a trade back towards 5 or 6 though, but now they're ramping them back up here. Hold short. I think we still may be okay. Let's see if we can back them off. Knock them back under 8. Still could happen though. Let's be patient here. They did get away from us, so far they are pushing it a little bit. I think though there's still a chance they can knock them back at least to 6. In fact, let's just move this to 6. Let's see if they go back and contest 6 again, which would be normal for this type of move. A retest back on the low would be a normal type of thing. So we're short at 8, 8 1/4. Let's see if we can get them knocked back to 6. We got the higher time frames bearish, so it's a rally within bearish higher time frames. They should be able to knock them back to 6. I'm pretty sure they should be able to. I mean, you got everything going with the higher time frames being bearish, really supporting another attempt to roll back to test the lows. So we're going to see if we can knock this thing back under 8 back to 6. Just a small scalp if we can get it. Let's see if they can knock them back to 6. I think even lower, like 5, but let's try to see. We'll be very lucky if we get 6 going here. Because, like I said, all the higher time frames are bearish. That should support another stronger retest of lows, probably lower than 6, but this market's got me nervous today. There does seem to be kind of an absence of excessive rigging on the bullish side here, which is good. But right now you can see they're kind of not letting the pullback get anywhere, which in light of the stronger higher time frames, it's kind of amazing. They should be able to slide back to 6 fairly easily, I would think. Where is it though? Where is it? Let's go. Get them back under 7. We got to get 7 working again. See, they're still pushing. It's kind of a new semi-reversed up pattern here. Well, all the force is on the side of a pullback to 6 here, but we may see the riggers come in and try to just keep the support number, because that was a key number down there. We saw that earlier on the charts when we looked at we did the research for the last couple days. Let's see if they can knock them back. Get them under 7, knock them down to 6. No big deal. Let's see if we can knock them back. They should be able to knock back again. In fact, even lower than 6, but man, I'm just, this market's got me nervous today because it's so choppy. Okay, let's see if we can break them down here. Break them down under 7. That's the key right now. Everything I'm looking at here says they should be able to break them down at least to 6, if not lower. And then maybe after that, catch some support and try to ramp up again. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Very choppy market today. And these darn riggers could come in any time and just try to jolt them back higher here. Still getting signs of a stronger pullback coming in here. Means 2 or 3 points from this area. Still getting signs of that. Stay ready to jump out any time here. New signs coming in for a possible support move, but they should easily be able to pull back 2 points from here. I'm a little surprised they haven't gotten them going under 7. Let's see if we can get that 6 action going here. Let's see if they can dive them down there. Test 6 again. I sure hope so. Otherwise, we're going to have to get out probably and just err on the side of extreme risk aversion today. This Jackson Hole, Wyoming thing, it's like a rigger fest. It's like the world riggers come together at that deal. So we got to be aware that they're probably going to prop up the market for that, of course. Last thing they want is a crash on their big rigger festival. See, look at this. It's disgusting. No rhyme or reason for this thing. Should be it's disgusting. Easily able to sell off a couple points from that 8 level. Instead, big spiky rigger candle coming in here. Let's give it a minute here. Give it a minute. Very difficult trading day because of all this no reason for this thing to be bouncing back up like that. They should have easily gone down and tested the 6 area. They still may do it. Maybe this is just fuel gathering for another dive down lower. Let's hope so. Let's see if we can get them going here. Blast them back down lower. We're going to have to try to, because of this move, I think we should cut our parameter back even a little more. We're just super micro scalping today just to not get in trouble here. Let's see if they can use this bounce to attempt what would normally happen would be to retest the low on a setup like this. Crap. They're changing the chart pattern with this last little rig here. Changing it to bullish is what I mean. Let's even get one more dive lower back under 8. They may try to just ramp it up here. It's a very tough market to trade today. There's no flow. There's no counter flow. So let's see if we can get them to dive back under 8, maybe towards 7, maybe back towards 6. The chart pattern normally would see this thing dive back to 6. So let's hold short and see if we can get the thing to dive back to 7 or lower. We're short at 8, 8.25, and we're looking for a dive down to at least 6. And right now, because of this pattern interrupt that the riggers are doing, we may shorten that. I'm just looking for any dive lower to get out, frankly. It's just too risky. This whole market today is too risky. And they got their goofy rigger fest coming up. Of all the world's riggers are meeting in Wyoming, of all places. Beautiful country. And the last thing they're probably going to do this week is let the market crash. That would just be, they'd all get there and they go, why are you guys letting the market crash? We flew all the way over here from Germany and Netherlands and all these places to Wyoming, and you're crashing your market. Central Bank Rigger Festival. Let's see if they can pull them back here. We're still looking for a pullback of some sort. The pattern's changing though, back to bullish. So we're going to have to get out. Any little dive here we're going to have to use to get out. I hope they go back to 8. Maybe not. It's very tough to trade this market here. Let's see if we can dive them back a little lower. Otherwise, we're going to have to get out with a little bit bigger loss. Let's see if they can dive them back in the 8s, hopefully, before they start ramping them up again. Still looking to see, holding out to see if they can try to dive them back to 8, under 9. I sure hope so before they start letting them fly here. Stay ready. Any dip under 9, cover up the short. Any dip under 9, cover up the short. Doesn't matter. It's just the nature of the markets today. Really high risk, really choppy. So all we can do is to stay afloat here. And now they may try to pump them back up. So any dive under 9, 9 or lower, cover up the short. I sure hope we get it. There we go. There we go. 9 or lower, cover up the short. Come on, you goofy riggers. Market normally is not going to, it's normally going to pull back and test the lows again. 9 or lower, cover up the short. You can use a 9 limited if you want. There's 9. So we should be covered there. 9 or lower, there's 875, 850. Doesn't matter, cover them up. In fact, no, nothing. I was going to say maybe we'll look to go long, but we're not going to go long. We'll just sit here and let it do its thing. All right, so the market let us out. Thank goodness for that. Short at 8 and out at 875 by 9. Small loss there. So we're up 250 on the points. On a very tricky day. I mean, they still are destined to go back to 6, but when the pattern changes like this, to on a micro pattern, you're not going to see it here in the boomerang chart, but a micro change in the pattern to a bullish reading, we got a problem. I'm getting a crunch set up now. But like I said, just very convenient. Let's just ignore the market here. It could just go flat and stagnant. And let's go back to checking the news real quick. And this is an article done by the famous money manager Mohammed El-Arian. Annual economic policy in Jackson Hole, which brings together academic experts, financial market participants, many of the world's riggers, central bankers, begins August 27th. Timing couldn't be better on paper, at least. August 27th. Oh, it actually starts on Saturday. But, and we'll go back, I'll show you in the economic calendar. It actually shows Janet Yellen giving a talk on Friday. Welcome, riggers, to beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Most likely play down any discussion of immediate policy issues. Was reserved normally for academic type deliberations that tended to precede the formulation and announcement of policy initiatives. But in a shift that market participants applauded, Fed Chairman Alan Greenspan, this long ago, and more pronouncedly his successor Bernanke, used the forum to set out potential policy pivots. So many years ago, it was changed where it used to be just an academic meeting, and then it became more of a global riggers discussing how their policy. So there's 11 coming in. So that bullish pattern's taken shape, but it's not rock solid. It's still actually more of a crunch type pattern here. Uh, I'm a little bit torn, but let's go short at the market. Going short right here at the market. Going short at the market. Short at 10, 10 quarter. We'll get back into L and the boys later. Okay, we're short at 10 by 10 and a quarter. And I'm looking for a pullback. Again, we'll just keep working the 2-point moves because of this is a crunch trade. Actually, move it to 7. This is a crunch trade. Just changed. Doggone it. Things change fast here. Let's still try to work the crunch trade here, but it has shifted a little bit. Just stay ready to jump out anytime. Watching for 10 to run down to 8, possibly 7, possibly taking a dive back down to test, in my view, what should be another retest of the absolute low, which was 575. Absolutely should be willing to do that, but they haven't, and that's due to rigging, upside propping. But let's see here. This is a crunch setup. Let's see here. It looks like it could be good for a crunch. At least 10 running. We're short at 10, 10 and a quarter, 10 running 8. So I've got the ingredients here for a lower crunch. So let's see if we can get 10 to drop down at least to 8. We'll target 7 just in case they get them really going on this crunch here. And we'll keep our finger on the trigger ready to jump out in case they start getting all spiky above 11.5 or something. What can we do? But we've got a crunch setup, and maybe they're not going to hit them. I would like to think that they can take 10 and roll it back to at least 8. At least 8. Right now, the key line in the sand, 950. So we've got to get this price under 950 for the market to start working the lower pressure. Really, 950 is real key number right now. Let's see if we can get that market pressure under 950 and knock it down to 8. They should be willing to crunch here. Just a little patience here. Watching 950 or lower to put some pressure on the market. These riggers, they don't want to have any kind of strong downside move here as they greet all their rigger pals coming in from around the globe on Saturday. They don't want to have to stand there and go, oh, sorry, the Dow's down 200. Didn't mean it, but that's what happened. So let's see if we can get 950 to break down and watch for a possible crunch down to 7. It's still in the cards. The setup is still there. We'll watch if they do break down, we're going to watch 8 real carefully for a 2-point gain. But let's see if we can break this thing down under 950. We are in a crunch setup, so we may see the crunch kick in and prices get knocked down to 7. There may be a faster dive down there. So let's say this. Any fast dive under 8, we're going to look to cover them up. We're targeting 7, but any fast dive, just in case, under 950, there's a hard fast dive under 8. And I mean fast, not a dribble, not a tick, 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 but a dribble. Not a dribble, but a fast dive under 8. We'll look to cover them up. Well, they started working that 950 number I gave you, and they're trying to bounce back. Let's see if we can keep that going. The riggers may not like them even dipping to 9. Yeah, look at that. They don't even like them dipping down to 950. So we may have a problem here. Let's once again, we're gonna have to work the trade because we're just the choppy nature of the markets here. The crunch is kind of getting put on hold temporarily. Let's see if we can get them down to drop anything here, but I don't know. I'm really concerned that they're going to try to ramp them up here. I don't want to just chip away and lose our points. There's a real problem with both sides of the market here. Let's see. Let's try to hold just a second longer and see if they can drop them down again. There's still a chance of getting a crunch. Just stay ready to jump out anytime. Let's give them one more chance to break 950 or lower and possibly crunch the thing down towards 8. Maybe. Let's give it a chance. Maybe we'll get lucky here. $9.50 breaking lower, watching for a fast dive under 8 to cover. If it's a slow grind, we're going to try to watch for 7. Let's see if we get it here. Watch for a fast dive under 8 here to cover them up. Fast dive under 8 to cover. Slow dribble. That's okay though. Watch for move under 8 to cover them here. Okay, use 8 as the target now. Just use 8 as a hard target. Limit order on 8 here. Oh, God, come on. Limit order on 8 to cover. Limit order on 8 to cover. They didn't make a fast dive. They just kind of dribbled down to 8, stalled. Now they're stagnating. I'm hoping we get another little run on 8 here. Boy, this is just playing the micro scalps here on this session. This is one risky little raccoon here today. I'll tell you, this market. Oh, man, come on. Just looking for, we're looking for 8 limit to cover. 8 half right there, 875. Just looking for 8 limit to cover. 8 quarter. Come on. They should have enough downside punch to get this done here at 8. There's 8 there. Just cover them up there, 8 by 8 1/4. Should have got out when they tapped 8 there. Just cover them up at 8 by 8 1/4, okay? We should be filled, or you should be out at 8 by 8 1/4, somewhere in there. If not, don't worry about it. Just right there. Just Work your way out of the trade. Work your way out of the trade there at 8 1/4. That's good enough. That's good enough. Eight uh, short at 10. Covered up 8 1/4. Plus 175. Very tight day. You can see in the chart it's a strange pattern, strange market. The fact that they bounce up in here, they didn't come back and test this lower area. Very, very rare for this type of pattern. Again, suggests some market propping. And we'll get back into our review here in a moment of the news, because that's what I honestly believe is causing this, is that the upcoming meeting in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Uh, we're long at 9. We're looking for a 950. We're just micro scalping today because of the weird nature of the market here. So we're watching ideally for 8 to hold up, for 950 to come in here. We need some higher ticks here. 950 and then 10 1/4, and hopefully at 10 1/4, if they hit it up there, launching a breakout to 11. We're only looking for 2 points in this deal because this is a very strange contracted market. There's 1050, 10 1/4. There they go, breaking out. Let's hold out for 11 here. 10 half, 10 half coming in. 10 half. Let's go. 1075. 1075. We need 2 more ticks. Don't flop back lower here. Just keep them going. There we go. 1075. And let's hit that 11 action there. What? There you go. Boom. 11. 11 twice. And target filled. 11 1/4 printing. Okay, good. So long at 9 out of 11. So luckily, mission accomplished in that. You know, they can go higher, they can go lower. I am just trading the micro moves. Any other trader today is probably getting cut to shreds. Just be aware of that. Look at here's what we got. Let me crunch it up a little because we're going to go ahead and end the session here. Here's what we got today. This is what the market gave us today. Here's the opening range. Okay. Opening range is 48.1175, 48.20. So here's the opening range, and here's the center of the opening range, approximately. And look, here's what we've had. Nothing all day except whipsaw. Pure, unadulterated whipsaw. Buyers and sellers are getting cut to shreds trying to trade this market. Finally, a sell down pattern, which we took advantage of some of that. Then the hammering down to that support area, which we reviewed earlier, 48.06. And from there, it wasn't a straight path up. It was whipsaw all day, a heavy whipsaw down pattern. Whipsaw coming back up, down, big whipsaw here. And look, they're back down to 950 again after going 1150. So they just actually, let me wave my cursor over this. Look at that high, 11 1/4. We had 11 limit to get out. Look at that, 11 1/4, and they're back on 9 again. All we've had today since the opening is whipsaw. And plus 2 points. We've carved out 6 trades, 4 winners, 1 break even. That was trade number 1. And trade number 4 is minus 0.75. We got 250 as of trade number 4 plus 175 on trade number 5, which is plus 4 1/4, plus 2 points on the last trade equals plus 6 1/4. And that's in a session that normally I would have just watched in the early stuff. I would have said, oh, just let's skip today. Let's just close the room. But using my micro scalp methods within the context of boomerang, the regular boomerang setup, we uh, we carved out a 6 point gain. So let's do the math. 6 point quarter, 6.25 gain times $20 is 125 per contract. There's 6 trades, so I like to use for retail 6 times 450 commission, $27. So that's $98 gain net. However, and this is what we always use a 4 contract example because you're never going to get far unless you start doing some size. So just build up to this. But 98 net per contract times 4, there it is. 392, about $400. Our target every day is 400 or 500 to $1,000, and that's on a normal, active, busy day where you got a lot of buying and selling. Today was choppy and totally whipsaw, but still we netted out just close to $400. And now they're getting smashed down lower. Who knows where this darn thing's going? So that's a decent day today. Again, 6 trades, 4 winners, 1 break even, and 1.75 loss. Keeping everything tight. So great job. Congratulations for taking these trades with me and making a nice paycheck today on a day where I guarantee you 95% or more of the other traders out there were just getting cut to shreds and cursing themselves. Why did I trade today? Why did I even trade today? Anyway, we wish them well. We wish everyone well, and we're going to go ahead and close the room for today. And thanks very much with us.